Welcome to another episode of Innovate Edge, where we dive into the cutting edge of technology, uncovering the things that will shape our world tomorrow. Today's episode is all about something that might sound like science fiction, but is already changing the world: quantum computing. And no, this isn't some sci fi movie plot, it's real and it's happening right now. I'm your host, Dr. Ahtasham, and I'm joined today by a very special guest, Sophia from the USA, a quantum computing expert who has been at the forefront of the field for over a decade. Sophia, thanks for joining us.
It's a pleasure, Ahtasham. Excited to be here and to talk about quantum computing. It's such an exciting time for this field, and I'm thrilled to break it down for your listeners.
Absolutely. So, Sophia, let's start with the basics. Quantum computing sounds complex, right? But in the simplest terms, what exactly is it?
At its core, quantum computing is a new way of doing computation using the principles of quantum mechanics. Imagine your regular computer. It searches through a book to find a specific sentence. That's binary computing. Each page has a 1 or 0. Now, in quantum computing, we've got a supercharged librarian who can read every page of every book at the same time, thanks to something called superposition.
Wait, so instead of reading just one page at a time, the librarian can read all the pages at once? That sounds like
It does
magic.
sound magical, but it's actually grounded in physics. Superposition means a quantum computer can hold multiple states at once. In the case of a quantum bit or qubit, it's like a spinning coin while it's in the air. It's both heads and tails at the same time.
That's crazy. So, a qubit is like a coin in the air, spinning and not really landing on heads or tails, but doing both.
Exactly. And when you measure it, it lands on one state or the other. But while it's in superposition, it's much more powerful because it can explore all possible outcomes at once.
Okay, let's break this down even further. For the audience who's just getting into this, imagine you're trying to solve a maze. Your regular computer would take one path, hit a dead end, go back, try another path, and repeat. But a quantum computer, it tries all paths at once, finding the solution much faster.
Great analogy. And that's why quantum computing can potentially solve problems that would take classical computers millions of years. Take weather forecasting, for example. Right now, computers take a huge amount of time to predict weather patterns accurately, but a quantum computer could analyze countless variables at once and make predictions much faster.
Incredible. So, we're talking about something that could completely revolutionize industries.
Exactly. We're just scratching the surface, but quantum computing is poised to change everything from drug discovery to artificial intelligence to cryptography. The applications are vast.
Let's dive into one of these applications: healthcare. I've heard that quantum computers might be able to speed up drug discovery. Can you explain how?
Absolutely. One of the biggest challenges in drug discovery is understanding how molecules interact with each other. Traditional computers simulate these interactions, but they're limited by processing power. With quantum computers, scientists can simulate molecules at a level of precision that wasn't possible before. Take the recent progress made in quantum chemistry. We've already seen quantum computers predict new molecules that could potentially lead to breakthrough treatments.
That's amazing. So, it's like having a superpower in the lab, allowing researchers to see and predict things they couldn't before. It could even lead to faster cures for diseases like cancer or Alzheimer's, right?
Yes, exactly. It could change the timeline for finding life-saving drugs, or even personalized medicine tailored specifically for you based on your genetic profile.
Okay, let's talk about artificial intelligence and cybersecurity, two areas that are already huge today. How is quantum computing going to impact them?
Quantum computing could give AI an enormous boost. Right now, AI models rely on enormous datasets and take a long time to train. Quantum computers can process these datasets exponentially faster, potentially accelerating AI development in fields like natural language processing, predictive analytics, and even autonomous vehicles.
So, in simple terms, quantum computing could make AI even smarter, quicker, and more accurate.
Exactly. Now, on the cybersecurity front, the story is a bit more complicated. On one hand, quantum computers could crack encryption methods that currently protect everything from our emails to online banking. But on the flip side, quantum technology could also be used to create new, unbreakable encryption techniques that are impossible to hack using classical computers.
So it's a double-edged sword. Quantum could break the old security measures but also create stronger ones.
Exactly. And that's why there's so much excitement around developing quantum-resistant encryption right now.
Let's address some of the myths or fears people might have. A common one I've heard is that quantum computers will replace human jobs. What's your take on that?
Great question. While it's true that quantum computers can solve some problems faster, they're not going to replace human creativity or intuition. Think of quantum computers as incredibly powerful tools that complement what we do, just like how smartphones didn't replace us, but rather made our lives easier.
So quantum computing is more of a partner than a replacement.
Exactly. It will assist in tackling some of humanity's most complex challenges, not replace us.
I think that's reassuring for a lot of people. Another fear I've heard is about quantum computing becoming uncontrollable or dangerous. Could quantum computers ever become a threat to humanity?
That's a valid concern, but right now, we're a long way from quantum computers being capable of anything like that. The technology is still in its early stages, and the focus is on making it safe and beneficial for society. Like any powerful technology, it comes down to how we choose to use it.
So what's next for quantum computing? Where do we go from here?
The next steps are all about scalability and error correction. Right now, quantum computers are very delicate and can easily be disrupted by the environment. But researchers are working on stabilizing them and making them more practical for real-world applications. We're getting closer to the point where they'll be commercially available in fields like pharmaceuticals, logistics, and even climate modeling.
Fascinating. I think we're only seeing the beginning of a technological revolution. Before we wrap up, I'd love to leave our listeners with a thought-provoking question. Sophia, what's the one thing you think people should keep in mind?
The key takeaway is that quantum computing isn't just about faster computers, it's about changing the way we solve the world's biggest problems. It's a tool for humanity's collective growth, and it's up to us to guide it with responsibility and care.
Such an insightful conversation, Sophia. Thank you for sharing your expertise. And to our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode and want to stay on top of the latest in technology, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Let us know, what do you think quantum computing will do for our future? Can it solve the world's biggest problems? Or are we still far from realizing its full potential? We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Thanks for having me, Ahtasham. I'm excited to see what the future holds for quantum.
Until next time, stay curious and stay tech savvy.